Well, 2 weeks ago, I got a phone call from a man stating that he could be my father. Well, I grew up thinking all my life that one man, Anthony, was my father. But how can you be my father? You knew my name, you knew where I was at, you knew family relatives, so you never took the time to even try to even see if I was your daughter or not. Like growing up, I was in and out of DCFS, I'm in and out of foster care, bouncing from home to home. So basically, like I didn't have a good childhood life growing up. When I got the phone call from Travis, it was kind of like a shock because when we was talking and he started sending me pictures of him, I kind of look like this man. I'm just like the darker version, the girl version of him. So I'm like, okay, this kind of weird. It's a blessing. That's how I feel. I think it's a good thing. It kind of make me feel like I got somebody that wants me. I don't feel like I'm abandoned no more. Like he told me he been looking for me for 29 years, and that my relative been ducking and dodging him, wouldn't give him information on me, like was just basically just like blowing him off, like what he said really didn't matter. I can't blame Travis. I can't blame him. I can't blame him. All I can do is, if he is my father, is to build that bond with him. I just hope that what this man Travis has been telling me is the truth, and I hope when his DNA test come out that he is my father.
How do you feel when you listen to what she has to say?
I don't know. When it's all said and done, I really do hope she's my little girl. I've been looking for her since I was 16. The way that it happened was, it was just a mutual friend of the family's. My mom, my parents allowed her to keep an eye on us, and I was 16. She was 21. You know, at the time when it happened, when I look back, I feel that she did possibly take advantage of me in a sense. And like a month, 2 months later, she came back around and she was just like, "Hey, I'm pregnant by you." So me being 16 years old, still in middle school, about to become a freshman in high school, I was just like, "What? Really?" And so I told my parent about it. My parents were kind of livid about the situation. So when they found out, they basically it was a big blow up, you know, and they basically looked at it as, you know, well, if this is our grandchild, you know, we're coming for it. Once she found that out, I strongly believe that that's when she basically took Capricia and just hit her. You know, from my understanding,
She
all
took
Capricia's
off.
siblings. Yeah, she pretty much just took off. I didn't know where she was at, and I ran into her a few times at the store or something like that. I mean, even when we met, even when we seen each other at the store, it was a lot of just simple hi bye type attitude. And I would ask about Capricia, like, well, where's Capricia? You know, or
And
where's
did
the
you know
baby?
that
How's
was
it going?
Capricia's name?
No, at the time I didn't. All I just knew was that my daughter.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Capricia's name. Capricia didn't even have my last name to where she could do any kind of searching for me. The lady that we're speaking of in importance, she basically just kept it. She did a damn good job to keeping Capricia away from me and keeping us separated. And it was crazy part about it is that Capricia was literally, we were right up under each other's noses.
And how
Like,
did you how did you find Capricia?
A mutual friend of the lady that we're speaking of happened to get in contact with me. I did a tattoo on him, and then he ended up doing the tattoo. He ended up referring me to a few people, which happened to be someone related to Precia, a relative of Precia's. So why he came and talked to me and we did the tattoo, or we was doing the tattoo, I was just looking at him. I'm like, man, you look real familiar, you know? And I'm like, is such and such your father? He was like, no, not at all. And I'm like, so who's your, I'm like, is such and such related to you? He was like, yeah. He was like, I was like, so name such and such, she's probably about like 29, 30, so like that. And he was like, yeah, I talk to her all the time. So I'm like, okay, well, do you know who I am? And he was like, no, why? Who are you? And I said, well, there's a strong possibility that I'm Preacher's father. And his mouth dropped. Like, he was like, are you serious? And he got Preacher on the phone. When I talked to Preacher on the phone, I simply just told her, like, hey, I'm not trying to disrupt your life. This is just as nervous, mind blowing for me as it is for you.
All right, well, let's bring Capricia in. Hi, Capricia.
Hi, Steve.
How was it like to get that call from Travis and he's saying, hey, I think I'm your father?
I was shocked. Like, I was like, what? Like, nah, like, a relative telling me, like, one man been my father all my life. And then for him to come out the woodworks and then him explain his situation, his story to me, I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This, like, is crazy.
From what I understand, what Travis has told us, very odd situation how he would have became your father, that he was a teenager himself being taken advantage by an adult, and really was in no position to be in your life, track you down, anything like that. So,
I really don't blame him for that. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I really can't blame him for that because it's not his fault.
Yeah.
It's really not his fault.
And from what the emotions that he's shown, it's been really hard on him knowing that he has a daughter and missing out on her life.
And being kept away is, it's not right.
Are you ready for these results?
Yeah.
What about you, Travis? You ready? All right, Travis took a DNA test whether Capricia is his daughter. And the results are, Travis, that you are not Capricia's father.
That's okay. We can still build a bond. It's okay.
You're right.
Travis, I'm just wondering, at that time, you being a 16-year-old kid, it's probably possible, it's got to be possible, that this woman, whoever she is, maybe got pregnant by somebody else and just tried to, lay it at your feet. It's a very strong possibility you might not even have a daughter with that woman.
Well, it's obvious that I don't have a daughter with that woman. But regardless, the situation is just messed up all the way around. But I'm man enough, and I know Capricia is woman enough to where we still gonna be cool.
And you want that, right, Capricia? You want Travis to be, maybe still develop a bond?
Yeah, we can still talk on the phone. We can still bond.
Is that something you'd want, Travis?
Yeah, I'm definitely with it. 100%. 100%. Yeah. It's not going to change phone calls. It's not going to change any way how I speak to you or how I listen for you. You know what I mean? I'm here. I'm here whenever, however you need me. I just really want to apologize for putting you through this. I'm sorry for getting your hopes up.
Well, I think everybody entered this with really good intentions. There was no malice on anybody's part. I think, listen, it's not the results anybody wanted. We're all hoping that you were her biological father. I believe that she wanted that, you wanted that. It's obviously not what we wanted, but, you're moving forward. You keep developing what you have, and hopefully that brings you peace. It certainly seems that you are more at peace with where your father's situation stands. And Travis, it seems like you're still not at peace because you've been searching for such a long time, and now when you thought that you finally came to the end of the road, that it's not the case. So I'm really sorry this didn't come out the way that everybody hoped, but I hope things go well for both of you in the future. I hope whatever you want out of this relationship will happen. And I wish you the best, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
All right, take care.